What's up, guys? So today we're going to be looking at the Champions League Aichi Grand Finals between Mew VMAX and Arceus V-Star Inteleon. Now, for those of you who don't know what a Champions League is Japan's version of a regionals, which is best of one all the way through the entire event, which is a little bit crazy to think about because there's like 1,600 players, and best of one all the way through means one bad brick in something like a finals and you lose. But a lot of people have been saying it's a really good finals to watch. I've not watched the whole event yet, but I was like, well, I'm going to be out of town starting today, so I might as well watch the finals. And for my first look at it and my reaction, I want to do it with you guys. And Japan usually has some weird lists, and I haven't seen either of the lists yet as well. So we're going to kind of take a look at that together and watch these players play and see what happened in this finals and how Arceus ended up coming out on top. So yeah, they have a lot of cards we don't have still, so we'll take a look at this and watch. I am pretty excited to see how things shake up. So let's see the prize cards. I'm skipping a little bit ahead, sorry. And let's see if I have to move my camera for any reason. Okay, so a boss's price for the Arceus and the Shady Dealings. So if they're not playing a second Shady Dealings, it could be a problem, but it's being like, it's an early prize, so it doesn't necessarily actually pose that much of a problem for the Arceus Inteleon player, because Shady Dealings is actually very crucial in getting those, to build that hand and get those pieces out against Mew, because Mew doesn't really have hand disruption. And so if the pattern holds for Mews across the, like if the lists aren't too weird, like there's no Marnie or anything, then the Arceus Inteleon player can build their hand and eventually just run the Mew player out of resources. So we see a Meloetta, a Crystal Cave, a Cram, and a Genesect. I think Crystal Cave is probably the most important prize here, being third or fourth, because depending on stadium count, a path could stick at any point, causing the Mew player to not be able to play the game. So we're going to see how this starts and who gets to go first. They're just adjusting their boards, it looks like. Obviously, whoever wins the flip, it's huge, especially in best of one. I think the Arceus player would love to win the flip just to have a chance to kind of play the game better than the Mew player would. Going second sometimes does not feel good. We're going to skip ahead. So Oricorio and a Manaphy. So the Arceus player is playing a Manaphy to deal with Rapid Flow, I guess. I don't know if there's any other bench damage in this format that I can think of off the top of my head. So I have to assume it's for Rapid Flow and no other reason. And now the Mew player's got the VIP pass to start, and obviously amazing start. The Mew and the Genesect, indicating that there's probably an energy in hand to attach before we draw some more cards. A Quick Ball away the Cram. Just a safe play to get another Pokemon. I mean, I think with the two Pokemon you've already gotten, you can kind of risk it there a little bit maybe and go for the Cram, Quick Ball all the way around to try to get the VIP pass. Another VIP pass and just like get a little bit of a greedier setup. Because now we're only drawing... Okay, there's the attachment. It's a DTE, so no fusion turn 1, which is really good for Arceus players to see. Because turn 1, there's always the chance of a fusion... like Alessa's on turn 2 into a 4 energy, or like just a free knockout onto an Arceus, basically. So we see an Arceus V-Star in the hand, and then a Quick Ball, the Horn away. The Horn is definitely relevant in this matchup particularly. I don't really know what matchup it's in there for. Maybe just like the Horn 230 with the Choice Belt. Okay, we can see we get a good look at their list. Avery, I see, is an interesting card. Tool Scrapper and a Dunsparce in the Arceus player's deck. So a lot of interesting cards that I personally would not play, but they are in there. Capture Energies as well. So kind of preventing that turn 1 brickage potentially, which I also really like. So we're going to see 2 Arceus onto the board turn 1, which is kind of fine for Arceus player. If they get an attachment down, that'll also be really nice. I don't know if they have a supporter in hand. So we see the double bench Big Charm to 1 and a pass. Oh, no salvos turn 1, even with the capture energies. No research. That's not good. And then we see the rope. That's where the Big Charm kind of comes into play. The Mew player with the DTE doesn't need more. Still needs 2 modifiers regardless of what happens here. It just slams the double tablets. So it is important that 2 tablets went down over a Choice Band tablet, because Choice Band tablet, or like Choice Band goes longer in this situation. And we do know the Mew player had an Ultra Ball in hand. So they're getting rid of a Genesect. I don't know. I would have maybe liked to see them bench the Genesect and just draw another card. Because you already have the Ultra Ball, so why not take an extra card here? And then save the last bench spot for a Mew for Psychic Leap, probably at this stage in the game. I mean, the Oricorio is not really an ideal bench target. And then an Ultra Ball. I mean, you can just Ultra Ball away Meloetta to get the Meloetta here. I saw Alessa Sparkle as the last card in hand. I don't know. See, if there's a Genesect on board, I wouldn't even mind drawing cards here. Like, it doesn't even matter. I don't know. I would have just grabbed the Mew here because you're accelerating Alessa's to 1 basically. I don't know if you're ever putting. You're pulling both out. Okay, cool. At this point, I would have just grabbed the Mew. I think then, just because the Meloetta is so fragile now, and you've committed 2 of your potentially 7 energies onto the board. So it feels like you're putting all your eggs into a basket that is not going to be that efficient later in the game. So the Arceus player obviously is breaking no energy, no support or nothing. Top deck's the V-Star, I think. Or he had the V-Star in hand, maybe. Yeah, he has 2 V-Stars. So yeah, there was a V-Star in hand. And Evolution Incense as well. Just thinning. I mean, you can just pull out a card that you don't need. And then we're just going to probably Starbirth here for like a research. Research plus energy, I think, is like the best 2 cards to get. Yeah, research energy is probably the best 2 cards you can get. Yeah. I'd be surprised if there's any other combination of cards that are better in this situation. Maybe Marnie, like energy, is also fine. But I think it's so important that you get your full hand, like more cards in your hand right now, just because, I mean, you're definitely a full turn behind. There is definitely, a path research. I mean, sure, I got, like, this path could stick. There's a Sobble. That's good. That's good. And a pass. Okay, so this is like where Disaster could strike with a boss's orders and the 3 modifiers. Like, all 3 remaining modifiers have to be applied here. And this is where Disaster could just simply strike and the game could end, which is, like, not good. A Psychic Energy as well, which is really interesting because at this point I thought with the DTE turn 1 attach, I mean, I guess we Techno Blasted last turn, so we can't attack this turn. No switching card. Okay, that's fine. Why not just go into this, take the prize here, go down to 3. This becomes a free prize at some point, and commit to a 2-shot here, or just commit to all your remaining modifiers, because I feel like that's probably the best line of action. Like, now you're just giving the Arceus player a full turn to do whatever they want. They're just going to retreat? Melanie? Yeah. I was like, it has to be Melanie. There's an energy. Is it even worth taking the Oricorio knockout here, though? I don't know. If I'm the Arceus player, I might not want to take the knockout on this Oricorio yet. I might be looking for... Oh, you attached for turn. You can't... That play was just bad. That play was just bad. Like, why did we just do that? I don't know. I would have just sacked the Manaphy. Like, clearly our opponent has no interest in attacking into the Manaphy, or they would have done it with Meloetta. So I think we should have just attached to the back and passed until we could do it for 1 more turn. And now this Arceus is stranded. Oh, no. This is a disaster scenario. Oh, there's a cram. The coin flip goes in the Arceus player's favor. And just a pass. The path is sticking. We need a boss this turn. Boss would be super nice, actually. So we're counting tabs, I think, here. I don't know what that... I'm going to look the stadium up while we're watching. Where's the best place to look? Justin Basil, I think. There's that new stadium that I don't know what it is. So I gotta look it up real quick. Jubilee Village, I believe. Once your turn, they may shuffle into their hand to their deck. Turn ends 5 cards. Okay, so it's budget beach. We're seeing the Avery come through. In most situations, I don't think the Avery would matter, but here, because our opponent is bricking already, getting rid of a Genesect already puts them in a little bit worse. What? That's an interesting line of play. And just to pass again. I don't know if I necessarily agree with attacking. I mean, I guess we can Aqua Bullet this turn is what we're looking for, like Aqua Bullet. But we know that the Inteleon is prized. And therefore, our players should know that the... what the... I don't like this. Our opponent is bricking. We're giving our Mew opponent so much time to play the game. I think there's a world where we could have drizzled for like a boss or something, just taken out the Meloetta, and put our opponent into a weird spot last turn. But instead, we're putting ourselves in a weird position where, I mean, I guess we're building our hand, and our opponent is still bricking. 2 horns! Oh, that's kind of spicy. So the horn boss play is something they want to do multiple times. And now we've committed a lot of our energy to this drizzle, which is doing 60 minus, okay, I mean, sure, I guess. Arceus. Capture. Get another Sobble, for sure. I mean, there's no way you don't get another Sobble here. It's just free. Yeah. Does the Arceus player play quick shooting? I don't think I saw quick shooting, but I have to assume they have to play quick shooting, right? Like, that's the only way this play makes sense. Because next turn you can quick shooting. If you had quick shooting this turn, putting the 20 on Mew as well starts to add up very quickly. Or like if a quick shooting could have hit the board earlier. Another Cram in hand, but no way to draw cards past that. A DTE comes through. And there's the knockout. The Inteleon was not taken. Okay, now Mew gets to play the game, which, I don't know. I feel like we should have been on the aggressive a lot quicker. Like, I feel like there were situations where, like, if this Cram is a heads, I feel like a lot of the game has been squandered. Genesect, and then we go for the Cram here. Oh, why are we doing 2 Genesects? Oh, we're just actually committing all of our energies. I don't like this at all. Like, why is the Mew player putting all their energies onto the board now? That means they're committing to attack with either this Meloetta or this Mew for the rest of the game. And past this, there's no more attackers, is what they're saying. So the Melodious Echo comes through. We take the 1 prize here. I mean, if there's a boss's orders onto the Meloetta, I think the game ends on spot. Oh, there's 2 Shady Dealings. Okay. So that implies that there's no quick shooting. That makes a lot of sense now. I mean, you just build your hand, right? You just grab, that is fine. Yeah, that's good. That's fine. I like that. Choice belts. I mean, chasing the 2 Fusion Strike energies is fine. I would just chase the attackers. Like, chasing the Meloetta there, I think just wins you the game. Because that's... I mean, I guess Genesect can also be an attacker in this situation, so it's fine. And we're accelerating. And there's another water energy that's crucially prized in another Shady Dealings. Also, we should have netted last turn, and then drizzled to give ourselves access to Shady Dealings once again. Just simple semantics. I don't know what card you'd need, but Mew has no hand disruption anyway, so you might as well get every card you need. And another Tails from Mew player. The Mew player should have won this game, I think, a long time ago. Just a lot of really unfortunate situations. I don't know why we're benching the Meloetta here. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter at this stage in the game. Why are we attacking with the Meloetta? I mean, there's a chance you could top deck into a Stadium and then get to draw cards and then find the Mew and then Psychic Leap next turn if you just go ahead and attack with Melodious Echo or Technoblast this turn. I mean, Technoblast, I guess, doesn't give you that option, but Melodious Echo at the very least gives you that option. I don't know, but now we're just doing 70 or 140, which is fine, but you're putting away a prize here. You're giving the Arceus player what they want, which is a free 1 prize here, which means that with a boss, the game will end. And you know you're not disrupting the Arceus player's hand. So if the Arceus player goes Palpad this turn, which they're going to do, they have it in hand. Palpad just a boss, and then they can just net, picking up the whole hand, drizzle there, and just put the boss in hand. Like, the game just is over. Like, that's where it ends. Like, the game is over right here because you have no hand disruption. The boss is in the hand already, and you've given them a 1 prizer for seemingly no reason. Like, this 1 prizer shouldn't even, I don't think, have touched the active spot. You could have forced them to boss 2 times. And like, if your Mew takes a hit, I think then you can pivot into the Meloetta and make that desperation play by, like, if so, like, say we go into the Meloetta that turn. Our Mew here, Technoblast, for example, for 210. Or even the 140. Let's say 140. The Arceus player has forced to share its Karen this turn, and then bring this up, attach back down here. So the situation might not actually change too much significantly, but then the Mew takes a hit, and then Mew can either find a way to leap on the following turn or just retreat. No, I guess the game ends anyway, because you don't have a way to leap and you're bricking. So I guess you can't... I guess you can't prevent the boss over 2 turns. Like, So I think it's just doomed from this point, actually. So maybe there just isn't a play that's good in that situation. I mean, now you just Technoblast, and you know the boss is in hand, so they're just going to show the boss, and the game is over. Like, that's kind of how this matchup does go, unfortunately. Like, the longer the path sticks, the harder Mew gets to play the game. Like, Mew came out with a blistering start, and I think our Mew player made a couple of questionable decisions on what to bench, where to attach the energy, and just like how to play. I mean, but I don't think their hand was conducive past a certain turn to do certain things. So, congratulations to the Arceus Inteleon player. Congratulations. Best of one is crazy. Losing the flip and still winning the game, doing some crazy Drizzile plays that I don't necessarily agree with, but it won the game, so I can't speak on anything. And that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will be back next week. No videos for the rest of the weekend. I'm out of town. Please like and subscribe. I really appreciate everyone who's been coming in new. That is recent. I use my platform for good, maybe some evil. We'll decide later. But thank you guys so much. I will see you guys next week.